Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Today I will explain about my bachelor degree project 1 BMMU 3764. So my project title is about the study on the effect of MAPE on the 3D printing filament properties made from wood dust recycled propylene composite. Before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Mohd Hafizi Bin Halim and I am from BMMD student. First of all, I would like to many thanks to my supervisor, which is Dr. NUZAIMAH binti MUSTAFA. Now I will explain about the introduction of this research. For the background study, FDM is one of the additive manufacturing, which is AM. FDM is referred to filament deposition modeling. FDM is a popular method of 3D printing. The function for the FDM is the printer that print product layer by layer by using the filament material. There are many types of filament, including biocomposite filament. Biocomposite filament are an excellent alternative to synthetic filament, referred by Depp and Jefferson 2021. After that, for the natural fiber are increasingly being used as a reinforcing charge in polymeric material due to their technology advantage. This statement are referred by the Palacio 2020. The bonding strength between wood fiber and the polymer is indicated. A compatibilizer, which is coupling agent, must be added to improve the bonding strength. The coupling agent that used is called MELAKA anhydride grafted polymer. Is one of the most useful coupling agent for wood plastic composite by Yuan 2008. The problem statement, which is the 3D printing plastic waste where it is possible can affect the ecosystem because it is not degradable property. After that, the characteristic of the product that be produced by some of the common plastic filament, which is PLA and ABS. So the filament from each material was low of the fatigue resistance, so this can cause the product easily to crack in a certain part due to absorb high impact on it. So the objective of this research, the first one is to characterize morphological and physical properties of recycled PP and wood dust fiber using MAPE. The second one is to evaluate the effect of the different ratio of MAPE toward the mechanical properties of the 3D printing filament. For the scope objective of the research is the first one is to testing and analyze physical, morphological, and mechanical of recycle of wood dust and propylene, polypropylene composite by using MAPE. After that, to develop alternative material for 3D printing filament based on the combination of polypropylene, wood dust fiber, and malated anhydride grafted polyethylene MAPE. And the last one is the material that used in this study was wood dust, recycled polypropylene, and the MAPE with a different loading of 1%, 3%, and 5%. Now we will go through to the literature review. The first topic of the literature review is the 3D printing. Under the 3D printing, we only explain about these two types of category, which is a 3D printing history and the 3D printing process, which is related to our research. So the explanation of the two types of category are being explained in this table, followed by the reference in other article. The second one is the 3D printing material. For the 3D printing material, we just only focus on the three types of polymer material, which is the first one is ABS, PLA, and the last one is PP, polypropylene. In this slide also conclude the properties material for those material and also the characteristic of this material also. The next one is the natural fiber that used in 3D printing material. As you can see on the right figure, the product tree of the fiber that exists in our environment. Natural fiber are preferred by a variety of industry due to advantages such as lightweight, excellent strength, and also low cost. This statement are being referred by the Ali 2016. The next one is the fiber treatment for the composite, which is we only focus on two. The first one is sealant, and the second one is a maleic anhydride grafted polyethylene and polypropylene. As you can see, these all the experiment that already be run by the previous research with the different loading and content, as you can see in the table. And the last one is the summary of the composite field with MAPE. There are many composites that are being combined in previous research or experiment. Now I will go to the methodology. So this is my flowchart process to achieve my research. From you can see there is the category of the objective from the flowchart. So for the raw material, we just focus on 4 type of material, which is for the first one is recycled polypropylene, recycled wood dust, sealant, chemical, and also the melted and hydride grafted polyethylene MAPE. For the raw material, for the metal preparation of the wood dust, first the wood dust must be sieved about a particle size within 100 until 125 micrometer mesh were used for the study. For the recycled propylene was prepared by lab in a pellet condition, as you can see to the picture. The total that we use for this is referred by the composite loading, which is 500 gram per sample. And the preparation for the MAPE additive will be weighed according to the ratio that been selected by using a scale, because the form of the MAPE is in powder. Now we go to the wood dust treatment, because the wood dust need to be extracted using sealant solvent. They are mixed with methanol and distilled water. As you can see, there are 3 combinations, which is the sealant chemical, the methanol chemical, and also the distilled water. The solution, the water pH was adjusted to 3.5 and it was agitated constantly for 10 minutes. After that, we go to the characterization of the wood dust and the recycled polypropylene. For the wood dust, the sieve technique is used to determine the particle size of the wood dust. This experiment used wood dust with a particle size of 125 micrometer or even smaller. By using a scanning electron microscopy, which is SEM, was used to analyze the morphology of the wood dust particle. For the recycled propylene, polypropylene is so influenced by the extrusion condition and the temperature of the recycling. The recycled polypropylene did not only have the same properties of the virgin polypropylene. And now we go to the composite preparation, which is mixing by using the internal mixture. The table shows the loading of the 3 samples of the wood dust fiber, recycled PP, and also MAPE. Referring to Palacio 2020, in order of addition was the following. First, the recycled propylene was go to the internal mixture, and then the wood dust, and then the MAPE. The temperature of the mixture was 120 plus minus 5 degrees Celsius, and the cycle is 12 minutes. This step continue 3 times for another composite. The figure show the process of the mixture within dry mixing or the wet mixing. After we done for the mixing process, we go to the pellet fabrication. As you can see, by using a crusher machine, from the mixing we can convert it to the pellet size. After we done for the pellet fabrication, we go to the second process, which is the filament preparation. The filament preparation we use is only a single extruder with the cooling and the roller process. And the table for the filament preparation, you can see the temperature of the barrel, temperature of the die and nozzle, the speed of the screw extrusion, the speed of the filament pulling roller speed, and also the speed of the filament winding roller speed. After finish the second process, we go to the specimens preparation, with each to build the dumbbell shape by using a 3D printing FDM. The table show the characteristic of the machine that we want to build the dumbbell shape. For the specimen characterization, after we done build the dumbbell shape, the first one is we want to characterize is the physical, which is absorption. You can see the absorption by using the water absorption test. And for the mechanical tensile, we use this tensile test machine. And the last one is we use a morphological SEM. Now we go to the preliminary result from the research. What the expected result that we get from this research? The first one is the tensile test result. By referring to Y1 2021, as the MAPE concentration increased, the tensile strength peaked about 6% and decreased as the MAPE level increased. As you can see from the figure, on the A figure, the MAPE is strength tensile MAPE is peak about 6% and then lower after that. To be conclude, the content of MAPE, which is 3% and 6%, has the better strength of tensile. For the next expected result is on the absorption test. From the figure, which is A, B, and C, we just focus on the C figure, which is the result of the absorption test by the combination of loading by MAPE, wood dust, and polymer. The graph of the water absorption result where is the content of MAPE are fixed, which is 3% for all the 4 samples. The only difference between these 4 samples was their metric composition, which is the content of the wood fiber and polymer. Different to our research, in our research, the only difference between these samples are the content of the MAPE and the content of the polymer. And the loading of the wood fiber are fixed, which is in 3%. So to be conclude, the expected result of the research will be the same as the research by the Howe et al. 2021. Water transfer in composite material can occur via three distinct methods. The first one is diffusion through the matrix, and the second one is diffusion aided by the presence of the defect in the matrix, which is void or micro crack, and the last one is by capillarity along the fiber matrix interface. And the last one is the expected result of the SAM test. The research by Y. Wang 2021, when MAPE is not added, the surface of the fiber is less smooth, and it also easy to distinguish it from wood plastic. So, by adding 3% of MAPE, the elasticity of the fiber is reinforced, and the wood plastic composite immediately return to the original form of wood plastic level after the compatibilization. As you can see on the figure, we can see the difference of the SAM test with MAPE and without MAPE. With MAPE, we can see the combination is more stronger. So by selecting the 3% of MAPE, it can be effective to improve the mechanical properties of the composite. By explain the expected result of the SAM test, that we ending my slide today. Thank you.